Hello there, my beautiful friends and chosen ones. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful and excited to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria, and I do these readings every week. Now, if you're finding yourselves in this collective space, you are chosen to be here today. You also chose this reading. So we have a synchronicity that is taking place. Now, I'm super excited about today's reading, everyone. I did an extra long meditation this morning. I received a lot of messages, which I'm excited about sharing with you today. I also pulled 3 spirit animal cards during my meditation. So I'm super amped up here. My husband and I just got home from Maui yesterday, and I've been looking forward to doing this reading for you all week. I just feel like there is going to be some powerful messages that come through. So I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm doing for you today. So first off, we're going to start with the 3 oracle messages that I received in my meditation. Then I'm going to pull 3 cards out of my tarot deck to see what message Spirit has for you, followed by a bonus card from the Priestess of Light oracle deck where I read you the interpretation from the guidebook. I'm then going to pull you a surrender card, see what it is that we all can release and surrender at this time, followed by a healing message. What kind of a message do we need to hear around healing? I'm then going to pull 1 blocked energy card, see what it is that could be blocking us and how we can release it. Then I'm going to pull 3 personal messages for you. So this is where I ask you to pause the video, take a deep breath, connect to Spirit, and then come back to receive these messages. I'm going to close off with 2 angel numbers today. I saw a lot of angel numbers while I was in Hawaii. I actually posted one that was on my Instagram page where my husband and I and a friend had gone to go see some waterfalls, and we got our ticket and it had 1111 on it. And then we saw the waterfall that came with a rainbow. It was just magical. Oh my gosh, Hawaii was just magical. And I just feel so recharged. The energy in Hawaii is something else. There's something very magical and spiritual about Hawaii, and I just can't even explain it. You have to be there. I remember when I was younger and I had started working in the dental field, and I remember all the dentists always going to Hawaii, and I thought to myself, and this was when I was about 18 years old, all throughout adulthood, I worked in dental offices. Dentists would all go to Hawaii. And I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to make a trip to Hawaii and experience what it is that they're experiencing. And now I know. It's something that manifested into my reality. So I feel that there's a lot of manifestations that are coming true here for all of us. I've got a lot of messages that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to put a lot of this stuff here on the screen for you. So actually, before I share this, I'm going to share with the animal spirit cards is what Spirit is asking here. Now, the first card I actually pulled was a zebra. Okay, so look at this. I don't know if any of you are seeing zebras in your life. This is a confirmation coming through. If you haven't seen one, you're seeing one now on your screen. Now, the other thing is, everyone, I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. So zebra. I've never seen a zebra in real life. So the message with the zebra here is honor your uniqueness as a celebration of the diversity of life. You belong here. So one more time, honor your uniqueness as a celebration of the diversity of life. You, my friends, belong here. Okay, life is a gift. It really is. And I feel that I don't know, some people in the world don't realize that it's actually a gift, right? And I feel Spirit is trying to share with us or show us that life truly is a gift. And it's such an honor to be here, right? It's such an honor to be here to experience life. So next message is gorilla. I don't know if any of you are seeing gorillas. This is coming in as confirmation. And again, if you're seeing it on the screen, it counts. So the message here is strength is not just physical. It's the power of gentleness and wisdom. Use your calm nature. So once again, strength is not just physical. It's the power of gentleness and wisdom. Use your calm nature. All right, I remember I went through an experience of 12 years where I had to practice calm in order to navigate my way through that situation. It was really tough, but I gained that superpower of calm, right? It's such a powerful thing. And Rooster. So if you're seeing a rooster in your life, this is coming in as confirmation. And again, if you're not seeing one, you're seeing one now on your screen. So I saw a lot of roosters in Hawaii, everyone. There's wild ones and it's just bananas. That's what I think. So remain loyal to your principles, uphold honesty, and stand as a protector against negativity. So once again, remain loyal to your principles, uphold honesty, and stand as a protector against negativity. So this is where I feel that Spirit is calling you to call the alarm on the negativity by shining the light of love into that energy. Okay, this is what they're showing me. They're actually showing me a Care Bear. I get Care Bears a lot that pop up in my mind's eye whenever I'm thinking of shining our light. So I like to share that with everyone because some of you might have watched Care Bears when you were younger. I sure did. So Care Bears stare, and you know how they shine their light. This is what Spirit wants us to do. Anytime we're experiencing or seeing negativity, they want us to shine our light, love light into the world. So I'm shuffling my cards here, but I first wanted to share with you all the messages that came in through my morning meditation. So I got the Bible verse, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 10, which is through the New King James Version, the Bible. I was doing my meditation, and all of a sudden I looked over to my right, and there I saw my Bible. And I thought, you know what, let's pull a page and see where my eye kind of goes to. And this is where it went. Your kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So this could be a prayer that some of you say, but I feel there's a message in this little verse here that I feel is an answer for some of you. So once again, your kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I remember I used to pray and say these words when I was younger, right? So this is just a confirmation or an answer for some of you that have been asking Spirit for something, some sort of a message. So this is what I was feeling when I received this message from the Bible. Right? So we are coming into Libra season as well. So happy birthday to all my beautiful Libra friends out there. But the energy of balance. So what's happening here is we have this beautiful energy that is available for us that Spirit actually wants us to embrace to bring balance and peace and calm into our lives. And however way we want to do that, right? We all live a different life experience. So bringing peace and calm into our life individually is going to be different for each of us. So it's finding ways to bring that energy into your life. How can you bring calm and peace into your life? I feel a lot of us are seeking that peace and calm. So the energy of the Libra, this is what I've been feeling a lot of. And I had a ton of names that came through, which I wrote down. I'm actually going to post them up here on the screen, everyone, and initials as well as angel numbers that came through. Now, let me just see if I can read this here. Some of you, yes, dreams are coming through, lots and lots of dreams. And again, I mention dreams a lot in my readings, and it's only because I feel some of us have that gift of dreaming or foreseeing, receiving messages through our dreams, right? I am one of them. And so some of you might be experiencing wild dreams, prophecies and dreams that are coming in as future messages. Some of you are very aware of these messages. You're someone that knows this gift or understands it or able to communicate or interpret that dream in a way that you're able to share it with others, right? The other thing while I was seeing this vision was another vision of a trophy, right? And I saw a trophy that was wrapped in thorns, like a rose bush's thorns. And there's somebody that's slowly kind of working their way to peel this trophy out. And as I was seeing this trophy with thorns on it, I saw a fence in front of it. And behind it was like lava fields, and we were just in Hawaii. So I feel this is why I was seeing the lava fields, but there was more of a message within itself. So a fence and a lava field in the background, and way in the distance, I saw a mother and a father and their child, and they were planting something in the lava field. And further down, you can see some plants that were growing through that has rose bushes. Right? So this is the image that I got. I feel this is a message perhaps for someone specific out there. And I feel there's time that was attached to this. I feel this may be a time-sensitive message for some of you that are watching out there. And again, Spirit is saying this is an answer to a question that you had, that you asked Spirit to bring to you today. So that's coming through me for you, those of you that have asked. Now, the other things I was getting is an abundance of signs and signals from the universe, right? So again, when I was in Hawaii, I saw a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities, a lot of different things. It just felt like I was in heaven. This is what I felt like. Bliss, that's the best way to describe it. But I feel some of you are seeing an abundance of signs. And I'm seeing a lot of angels numbers coming through. This is why I'm going to pull two angel numbers for you today. I'm so excited that I'm starting to stumble over words. So I just got to calm my energy down here. We're entering a new 2.5-year cycle, everyone. And this began on the 17th of September with the partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, the full moon in the sign of Pisces. Okay, this is now kicked us off into this 2.5-year cycle. And I feel that it's going to really affect those of you that have the sign Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius anywhere in your birth chart. This doesn't have to be just a sun sign. It could be another sign in your birth chart, okay? And then Venus square Pluto. We've got the energy of love and the intensity of Pluto kind of combining together. So there's a lot of explosive energy that we're going to experience. A lot of intensity in love affairs. This could be, you know, polarities, different things that are happening. Some of us might be experiencing a lot of love and connective energy with people around us. Perhaps you bumped into someone and there's sparks that are flying. There's a lot of passion here, a lot of romance. For those of you that are single out there, get out there and mingle, everyone. You just never know what the universe will offer you. Now, on the other end, some of you might be experiencing a lot of explosive emotions or feelings, around a relationship. Perhaps there's like something to do with a past relationship coming in, and perhaps you're giving thought to that. There's this untangling that is happening, but through like conversations and the intensity of those conversations, some of you might be experiencing this already. So I'm getting this energy. This is going to go on for a little bit here, everyone. I was getting the word kitty cat coming through. So I don't know if someone out there has a child that says kitty cat, or is there some sort of, I don't know, a brand by the name of kitty cat, but that was coming through as some sort of a word that you're meant to hear here. Now we also have with this lunar eclipse was this closing of a chapter, right? This is where the 2.5-year cycle is coming in, but there's things that have to do with your identity, your self-expression, the way that you show up in the world emotionally, physically, spiritually, that is closing off in this new version of you that is being born. So some of you might be going through the energy of that transition happening, right? So Spirit is asking you to be open and receptive, but also open to moving through life a little bit different than what you normally would go through. So things are shifting here. You're going to feel this, everyone. Don't be afraid of it. Instead, let's flow with the energy and allow ourselves to enter this new cycle. In the energy of love, by the way. So they want you to make sure that you're moving in through the energy of love. I feel there's a lot of excitement. There's closures that are happening to any of you that were dealing with, you know, what I'm getting here is a connection. Some sort of a connection that has changed, and you're dealing with the emotions of setting a boundary around someone specific. Okay, some of you might be dealing with this right now, and I feel this is you coming into your power, but you have to do this. You have to set those boundaries and you have to stick to them. And whatever emotions that you're feeling, I feel that's an old version of yourself that is having a hard time of kind of letting go, or you're having a hard time of letting go of that version of yourself, but you're actually meant to do this. This is the official ending of that struggle, of that energy. of that hardship that you've had to deal with for quite some time. This is what I felt like. And again, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, there's definitely a shift happening here. Okay, so these are all the things that were coming through. I know it's a lot, but this is what Spirit wanted to share with everyone today. So again, I've written it all on the screen here so you can take notes. Even the names that were coming through were so unique and different. It was so interesting. They were coming in, they were shooting in as I was seeing these visuals in my mind's eye, just these names coming in almost like comets, right? So it was really interesting, the visuals. Sometimes I'm just like, what are these visuals Spirit is showing me? Because sometimes I'm playing charades with Spirit, especially with what's coming in, trying to put together messages. So it's really important that I try to write them down, and I don't try to make sense of them in my meditation. Instead, I write them down and I share them with you because I feel that we are all meant to actually hear the messages and decipher them and put them together ourselves in our own life with whatever it is that we're experiencing, right? So let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through. So we've got one card that fell out. This is the Tarot of the Abyss for those of you that enjoy this deck. So we've got the Devil card. All right, so we've got a energy that we are releasing out of our lives that isn't doing us any good. This is something that holds us back. And what I'm getting here is a seed that was planted that may have grown into something that has made you feel like it's held you down. An energy of somebody, right? This could be a seed like a job. This could be a relationship, something that you began a while ago. This is a cycle that is about to end, and Spirit is showing you that whatever this is, it's time for you to now release it. Whatever the seed is that was planted within you, it now needs to be released because it's now grown into this thing that isn't resonating with you anymore. It might have in the past, but right now in this present moment, it is not working for you. So there needs to be a release and letting go. Okay, this is hardships and, emotional struggles and things that we feel we are tied to or stuck to. Maybe we feel like we don't have control over this, but Spirit is trying to show you that you actually do have control over this. The control over your emotions, over yourself, your temple, and your spirit, right? You have control over that. No one else does. So they're shining this light is what they're showing me here and letting you know that you can actually break free from whatever this is. This is also a major arcana card, so this energy is going to be prominent in your life. However, it's in the background. So some of you might feel this intensely while others you're going to feel this subtly. All right. Okay, so that's what we've got here. And you're all wrapped up. Five of Wands. This is really interesting here, everyone. Five of Wands. Now, number 5 in numerology is tied to change. Change is ever present. It's continuous. And what Spirit wants you to learn to do here is to build a relationship, a healthy relationship with change. They want you to almost be like a shapeshifter. Anytime I pull the number 5 in any card suit, immediately I go to shapeshifter. And it's only because Spirit is wanting you to be moldable and bendable around change, flexible and adaptable at this time, but also be aware of reactive energies around you, because these reactive energies are the energies that are going to interrupt your natural flow that you're in, but also there's growth happening. So whatever is going on in your life that might be feeling like it's turbulent or reactive, this is letting you know that you're moving through a growth opportunity, that you're meant to get outside of your comfort zone in order to grow. Okay, so this is what's coming through with the 5 of Wands. And next we have the Page of Swords. So you're entering this brand new energy. Some of you are about to turn on your inner light. There's some sort of power that you're going to access here in this darker energy. So those of you out there that are feeling a darker energy in your life, or you're feeling that maybe you're temporarily in a period of hardship, maybe it was something in the past and you're trying to make sense of it, it's now coming through for you. The answers, the information, the wisdom, whatever it is that you need, it is now coming into your mind here through some sort of access point. I don't know what that is, but it's showing up here in this card as an access point. This is source energy. This is connection to Spirit. And what's happening is Spirit is wanting you to believe in the power of you. that you are made of that light, and that light is now coming through because you're meant to shine it in the world, right? So there's something happening here in the mental plane, and this is a very feminine energy. So this is where Spirit is wanting you to go inward here, everyone, and to listen to your senses, to be aware of your senses and your emotions at this time, because they're telling you something. Your temple and everything that is tied to your temple is sharing some sort of a message with you, and that wisdom that you're trying to gain with some sort of a question that you have. I feel someone is trying to pull in some sort of information, a question. Maybe you've been praying for something, manifesting something. There's something going on that is actually activating this for you now. And you're going to see that perhaps these changes, whatever this is in your life, you're breaking free from whatever has been holding you back. So you're going to be thrown out of your comfort zone here, but Spirit wants you to have strength. Okay, have strength. You have that superpower, right? You have all the wisdom. You have all the answers that you need if you were to tune out that noise. And the Devil card a lot of times is distractions, right? Is the distraction card. This is going to try its very best to keep you away from what it is that you desire. So you need to be aware of what this devil is in your life, those of you that are watching. So the Page of Swords, everyone. Now, what I also want you to do today is to understand that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out, or actually not check out, but share this video with someone else that might need to hear its message. All right, so I need to just calm down. I'm just so amped up, everyone, and I'm just so excited. And it's this energy, this recharging, re-energized energy from just taking a break. I remember before we left, we were working so hard, and it felt like the Five of Wands energy, right? Tied with a little bit of the Devil energy, because it's almost like you're kind of stuck in this loop. And it's normally not what I feel, and it wasn't just me getting my work done. It was just everything all at once. It was like a whirlwind before we left for Maui. So many different things that we had to do before we went. And everything worked out. Now we're recharged and ready to get back into it, right? So some of us might be feeling like we are going through a whirlwind of a ride, right? Because of this Devil card. I feel this energy is spinning around and around, almost like a spiral, like a funnel. Not as strong as a tornado, but just like a light little funnel, right? And this is what Spirit wants you to recognize in your life right now is, what is this energy? You know what this is. They want you to just take a moment to tune things out and to see, okay, what is it that's spinning you around and around in circles? This is a very tricky energy. It reminds me of the fox. So some of you might be seeing foxes as a sign around you. And a very clever and tricky energy, and it kind of lures you in. It seduces you, pulls you in without you even being aware sometimes. So this is where awareness is so, so important for us to be awake and aware of, rather than being on autopilot. A lot of times I feel that many of us are on autopilot. I've experienced this in my own life where I've had a period of, I think it was about 2 years, where I was waking up, going to work, doing this routine, this thing that I was not happy with, but it was okay at the time. And I was, just in this like really interesting loop. And it happened for a few years, and it was the same loop over and over. It was just different jobs that I had, right? But the routine and everything was the same. And I was kind of like, you know what? I don't like this. I don't want to be here. Even though it's comfortable, I don't feel like, I didn't have any kind of stress or anything. Nothing was wrong. It just felt like, I don't know, I wasn't being challenged. I just wanted more, right? And then I had to look for that. So I had to change that cycle. And yes, it does disrupt things. There are things that I was doing in my daily life that I knew I had to release and let go of, like drinking alcohol, wasting my time, watching like lots of different Bollywood movies, right? That's what I do on my downtime. Just wasting energy on dumb things for me, right? I was like, why am I wasting my energy here when I could be doing more? I was also in a relationship at that time where my partner wasn't, helping push me forward. He was actually squashing me. So for some of us out there, we have relationships that are not helping us grow. Maybe we're in a situation in our life that isn't helping us grow. Maybe you're wanting something more in your life. Maybe you feel like you were born to do more. Whatever this energy is for you that you're feeling, it's something that you're meant to actually release. Ultimately, right? Whatever this is. So you can share with me in the comment section below, everyone, what this devil energy in your life is. And do you have a plan? Like, what is your plan to release this energy? You have to actually give this some thought. Where is it that you're wanting to be in life? And what is this that you recognize and are aware of that you put your energy towards? Because this is something that you are doing. This is not something outside of you. Okay, this is something internal that you have to look at. And I feel that this Pisces lunar eclipse energy that we're going to feel for a little while here, everyone, up until the new moon. This is what I've been feeling. I'm feeling the intensity of this moon, and it's lighting this part or this area of your life that might feel more heightened. So there's shadows that are surfacing. You're feeling more of this almost like a werewolf energy. Where parts of yourself is rising, or you're seeing other people acting differently. It's the energy, right? There's a light that is illuminating that version of you. So you're actually meant to be in the light, and you're meant to see that shadow, because without that light, there is no shadow. So they coexist together, the light and the darkness. And what's happening is, because the moon is shining on you so brightly, it's giving you the information that you need right now in order to move that shadow aside, or to get into an angle, in a position in your life where that shadow is actually working with you and not against you. This is what they're saying here. And I'm trying to make sense of what they're showing me here, because they're showing me somebody that is in this white space, and there's a light and there's a shadow, and they're moving around trying to sync with this energy of this shadow, like trying to make it in alignment with the moon themselves. And I feel the sun is in the background as well. So maybe the shadow is going to almost like disappear or melt into some other version of itself. This is what I'm getting with this card today. And I feel, if I'm not making sense, I apologize. It's just the way that the messages are coming through today. Angels are all around you. You are safe. You are protected. Those of you that are feeling like you're being thrown out of your comfort zone, allow yourself to fall into that energy. It's almost like, I don't know if any of you have done dancing where you're flowing and kind of moving away, and it's like the ocean, water energy, to kind of just flow with this energy rather than trying to fight it, resist it. Let's try to flow and see how we can work through it. Right? How can we navigate through this rather than fighting it? Because I'm feeling like someone's fighting this energy really, really hard. And the other thing that I'm seeing right now is somebody that's been carrying around a boulder, like a really heavy boulder that is tied to their ankles. And it's almost been there for a very long time. And it's almost become a natural part of the way that you live, is carrying this boulder around. It almost feels unnatural to put it down. Right? It's like you put it down, and now what? No, I can't, because I've been doing this for so long. This is what feels comfortable to me. So it's almost like they're wanting you to put that boulder down and unlock whatever it is that's holding you together with this boulder. You have the key. It's wrapped around your neck is what they're showing me, sharing with me. They're saying it's around your, like you have the key. All you have to do is put that boulder down, no matter how uncomfortable that feels, and unlock yourself from this weight that you've been carrying. All right, so Spirit is really wanting you to do some releasing work here, everyone. So whatever practice that you have, you can look online. I like to write things down and burn them using a candle. I'll write all these things down that I need to release, that I know, okay, you know, these things have been in my thoughts. I've been giving it energy, so I'm going to make a point to actually transfer that energy onto a sheet of paper, write it all down, whatever it is in my mind. It's usually chicken scratch, just like how I receive downloads and I try to write them down. I just kind of word vomit onto a sheet of paper. It doesn't make any kind of sense, but whatever I'm thinking, I'm putting it down on a sheet of paper. Then I take that paper and I say, okay, my intention is to not give these thoughts any more attention. Right? My intention is to release and I let it go. And then I take the paper, fold it up, And I've already lit a candle before this, so I'll take it and burn it on that candle. Now, what I do before I actually write these things down is I put an intention into a candle before lighting it. So what is it that I'm trying to experience in my life? What is it that I desire to experience in my life? And I put that vision, that visual in my mind, and I transfer it to the candle and the flame once I light it. And then I will write all these things down to empty my mind and then burn it on that same candle. Right? Make sure not to burn things down, everyone, because I remember when I was burning that sheet of paper, the flame was like so huge, right? So be mindful of this. Now, this could be people's energies. This could be anything, right? It shows up in many different ways here. And I'm getting a reactive energy here. So this could be a part that this energy is playing in this reactive energy. So all Spirit is asking you to do here is to be very aware of these reactive energies. This could be maybe something someone says and you find yourself getting into an argument. Maybe you're butting heads with somebody. I feel communication here is going to be the key. Not overly communicating, but communicating meaning even listening. Right? That patience and calm is going to be very important. And, you know, this is going back to all of these original spirit animal cards. So, you know, I would write these things down and pop them on a sticky note in your pocket. This is what I do. So in my morning practice, I will pull 3 cards for myself and I'll write down the messages and keywords. Like I'll just write little notes about them and keep them in my pocket. And when I'm experiencing something, when I'm aware that, okay, this thing is going on, let me just pull my notes out and see what I wrote down. I'm like, okay, I knew this was going to happen, right? So it's just being aware of the energies that you're surrounding yourself with, the energies that perhaps you're going to work and you have energies around. How am I going to show up in this energy? How am I going to interact with this energy? It's through love. Okay, so the energy of love, that's where it's at. The more love that we can spread, the more love that we're going to experience, right? So coming from a place of love, a place of patience, right? Patience here is going to be your superpower within this energy of the 5 of Wands. We have, you know, energies that are clashing, that might not be getting along. This is only temporary, everyone. This too shall pass. And Spirit is saying, kill them with kindness. Because once you start to kill them with kindness, how else are they going to react if you are constantly coming in from that place of love, kindness, and compassion, right? And this has worked in my life. It might not have worked in some of yours, right? But I feel that love is where it's at. It really is. The more love we can spread, it's contagious, right? And be mindful of where you give your energy, everyone. It's very important that you surround yourself with people that uplift your energy. Sometimes we cannot control our surroundings or people's energy. What I feel is, what I do in my own life is, I let the person be themselves. I just don't level my energy to them. And I remember when I was younger, my mom used to say Muni Lagna, right? In Punjabi. And it means like you're not supposed to put yourself the same level of a person's energy. Remain in your own energy, right? Let's not stoop to that lower vibrational energy, especially if someone's being a certain way. My mom always says, you know, just come from a place of love, because you don't know what this person has gone through. Maybe they're lacking in the energy of love and they don't know what that looks like or feels like, right? And we don't want to match their level of energy. We want to remain in that higher vibrational energy. So all you're doing here is being aware of your own energy and, you know, the energies that we're interacting with in our daily lives. Understanding that, you know what, it's just the energy. Let's not allow things to make us react in the same energy as them, because that I sometimes find that, especially around Mercury retrograde, not that we're in that energy, it's a different energy out there. This is also a reactive one. We have a lot of different shadows that are surfacing right now within ourselves and other people. And those of you that are watching today, I feel that you're more aware. You understand these things. You understand, like, you were born different. Like, especially if you're understanding what I'm saying here today, you understand that not everyone is aware of how these energies work in our lives. This is why I feel that astrology and understanding energy is so important. And we live in an energetic world. We are energy, right? Everything is energetic. And once we start to become aware and learn how to navigate through it and work with energy, then we just have a better time with it. It's not that we don't experience this Five of Wands or chaos or turbulence. We always do. It's how we navigate through it, how we show up in it, right? Being aware of, okay, this is going on. Let's take a moment here and just release any energy that might be cultivating a certain feeling or a certain response or reaction to something. Being aware, okay, let's give this a moment to settle down. And then think about how we're going to move through this energy, right? So again, Spirit is wanting you not to, if you can, not to interact with this energy so much, but if you are responding to it, not to react, but to respond in a natural flow with this, right? They also don't want you to be a doormat, right? So when I say that, stand up for yourself. To ground your energy and stand up for yourself, but do it through the energy of love, right? Staying in your frequency. This is where it's at, everyone. It's frequency. You want to remain in that higher vibrational frequency. And I know it's not easy to stay in that all the time, right? Because especially those of us that are new to raising our frequency and vibration, remaining in it, because that old version of ourselves is always pulling and tugging on us, right? And a seed that was planted a long time ago. I feel this could be some sort of a seed that was planted in you as a young child, something that you believe and live by your whole life that may be true to you, but might not be true to you. Or you're starting to realize, oh, wait a minute, the seed that was planted is not actually who I am. It's not aligned to me. So it's now time to release that version of you. It's almost like a version of you that's an entity that was created from you growing up. It's almost like it was a version of you, but not truly you, that was culminated, or how do you even say that? It's almost like you conjured this entity, this version of you that's truly not you, but it exists. And it always is going to exist, I feel like, right? And we don't have to be trapped by that entity, that version of us. We can actually unwrap ourselves and fly away. You have the power to do that. Perhaps some of you are fighting with yourself and understanding that perhaps I'm not able to do this thing. I'm not able to break free of this situation, this person, or whatever that is. But Spirit is here to show you that you can, and the showing you is happening through your dreams, through the signs, the synchronicities. Maybe you don't trust them, maybe you're not recognizing them as signs, but know that Spirit is communicating with you right now to show you that you in fact can pull yourself out of this and replant another seed, but also give it time and energy to grow, right? This will always pull at us. I always find that old version of myself exists. It's there. It's always there. I can go back to that version of me if I want to, right? It doesn't bother me. It's just off to the side. I don't think about it. It's just you're different versions of yourself in different cycles, depending on who you're surrounded with, what person you're with at that time, what energy, what environment, right? And I feel this is a version of you that's a good part of you. And I feel like this sometimes is our ego, parts of our ego. We have lots of different parts of our ego, right? But whatever this is, it's now time to release it and let it go. Let go of every day, choose to let go of it, right? And with the Page of Swords, we have this breakthrough, this new experience that we're opening or entering into. It's like a new chapter. This is that 2.5 year cycle that's about to start for some of you. Okay, and there's some sort of source energy, some light, some idea, something that is coming through and you're seeing it, you're feeling it, you're sensing it. It's within you, it's vibrating in you, it's about to shine through you, right? And this woman, if you can look at the background of the card, it's dark. She has books, so there's wisdom, right? And she's holding a sword. This has to do with your thoughts, your mental plane here. Perhaps you felt like you were in a maze your whole life, and all of a sudden you have come out of this maze. And now everything is starting to make sense. And I feel these are incremental awakenings that happen within each of us. There's different levels, and each level is higher than the other. And we're all on a different path to finding this light, to seeing or to understanding, right? It's a part of our evolution. It's a part of our journey, your purpose, everything that you're going through, whatever these cards are for you is a part of your purpose, right? It's a part of your journey. Some of you are starting to realize that now, like, oh my gosh, looking back to see that, oh my gosh, I was supposed to go through that. And I'm coming out here now with what I'm meant to, like, I'm becoming the version of me that is meant to be here now because I can handle all of this. This is what I'm feeling like here for some of you. And the world and the universe, everyone, is infinite. Your potential is infinite, right? And I think about this all the time. I say to my husband too, I'm like, you know what? The world is infinite. Everything, there's no end to anything. I'm not going to cap myself off at whatever people think the cap is. If there even there isn't a cap, I don't believe in a cap. Like, how far can you go with your life? I don't know. I want to see how far. I know there's no end to it. So let's keep going and seeing where life takes us. This is why I said at the beginning, life is a gift. And that gift, I feel some of you are starting to realize that. Some of you have already realized that gift. I've realized it, right? I understand what's happening. And I've had this understanding since I was young, but it's developed and gotten stronger as I grew older and experienced a lot of things. There weren't good experiences in my whole life. I'm now starting to experience those goods, but I had to go through those really bad hardships, that really tough energy, these different cycles, right? One after the other. You think that, you're living this one life, oh, it can't be worse. And then you move into this next chapter and you're like, oh my gosh, this is even worse than the last chapter. Like, what is going on? And then you move through that to something else and then into bliss. And it's different for every one of us, right? These cycles. And it's just that's the journey. That's a part of your life. And there's something that you're actually gaining, which is wisdom through this book that is in this card, everyone. You're accessing this energy, this wisdom, this light that you can shine in the world. And for some of you, there's some inner child work that you need to do or are doing. I can feel some healing energies coming in, a lot of healing, powerful energies coming through. Where you're finding yourselves healing, letting go, really coming to this place in your life where you're starting to see things a little bit more clearly. You're starting to feel and experience your desires, and you're following that path and looking back at the maze and saying, you know what, that's actually not a part of me anymore. It's something that I experienced, and I can look back and be like, oh my gosh, I actually went through that. I went through that section of that maze. Oh my gosh, it's like a story. You went through this whole journey and you're here now. It's a story that you can share. There's a lot of wisdom that you have gained through that journey of moving through that maze. Some of you might be still in the maze, and that's okay because you're going to find your way out of that maze. You definitely are. And, I've played video games with my family where I forget what the name, I think it's called Demio. I could be wrong, but you have all these characters and you're in these maze kind of, environments, and you have all these different kind of powers. And I always pick the wizard. I love the wizard. And it feels like almost like a video game where you've got to go through all these different kind of obstacles, get rid of things off of your path, find and figure out ways to navigate your way through this, and then come out. And you will come out on the other side. You're going to come out having more knowledge, having more wisdom, right? There's so much light that you have to share. And I feel for some of you, you're actually meant to share your story in some way. So I was talking to someone that's actually starting her fashion line, and she wants to share her story, her life story within the brand she is launching, right? And what this brand means to her. There's a major story behind it, and that's how she is channeling her energy of the maze that she went through, all the obstacles she had to face, and what all of that means to her now, and how that energy is coming out in her clothing line, right? So it's very powerful. So you're very magical. You're very powerful. We're now connecting to something. There's some sort of information coming in from some sort of source here, everyone. This is source. This is spirit. This is your angel. This is God. This is the universe. You're connected. You always have been, but I feel that you're starting to see the light now. And for some of us, this light now is an incremental awakening. There's different levels, right? So some of us are ascending right now, moving up in vibration and frequency and experiencing exactly that in our life, in our world, in our reality. And again, it's only a temporary period, right? And you're going to get through this. Know that. And just be aware of what these things are that you hold on to, that you know are not working for you, right? You know these things aren't working for you, this devil energy. The devil is someone, or it's an energy that actually flips and flops. It goes sideways. It shows up in ways that we're not expecting, that we feel. It always makes us feel good. It's usually not good for us, right? So just be aware of what that energy of the devil is in your life. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pull a bonus card from the Priestess of Light Oracle. I'm going to read you the interpretation from the guidebook here as well. All right, so we are getting for all of you, Circle of Eternal Joy. So Circle of Eternal Joy. Some of you might be resonating with the images in this card. These are coming in as signs. We also have the number 41 on this card. So this could be a number that some of you are seeing in your life. Perhaps you're 41 years old as you're watching. Those of you looking for timing, I'm getting 41 hours and 41 days. So we have an owl in this image. We have a circle, a ring. Some of you might be seeing circles around you. You know, maybe paintings of an owl, like in a circular image, or something else. This is coming through here. So timelessness and dance of life is the keyword, are the keywords on this card. I'm going to read you the interpretation here. So we are getting for you. All right, so the message for you today is the dove of spirit brings a blissful feeling of anticipation to the priestess of the dance. The pair faces outward in front of a portal that leads to the energetic realm. This mystical vortex is a place of power where intentions and vibrations reach from the long distance past into the infinite future. The dove is a symbol of eternal spirit, a divine consciousness that moves freely through time and space. So it's not an owl, it's a dove, everyone, on the card. So your soul is of the same spiritual nature, and your energy spirals through time, engaged in the dance of repetition and rebirth. Each turn of the dance, each life, and every day bring opportunities for joy. And your present joy spins blissful intentions into the fabric of the future. So remember that your soul has come to experience both happiness and self-mastery. Learn what there is to learn, but never forget to let your spirit soar. And the Page of Swords is a card of mastery. I feel some of you are learning so much through this energy, and you're gaining a lot of wisdom, right? A lot of wisdom here. So that's a lot of that wisdom is a part of your self-mastery, right? This card brings a profoundly encouraging guidance. Your life is eternal, and you are always connected to the bliss of your spiritual perspective. No matter what you may be going through, know that you can still find happiness, purpose, and understanding in the dance that is your current life. There may be a literal message as well as a suggestion to dance more, perhaps to take dance classes and to find joy in movement and music. There might also be a party coming up, maybe even a wedding for you or someone you know. Remember to find your bliss in the little moments. Let yourself dance, laugh, sing, and enjoy. Now, this comes with an affirmation. I'm going to read this to you. Feel free to write this down and actually use it in your life. I live in a vortex of joyful energy. I listen to the beautiful music of my life and dance to my soul's sweet songs. So once again, I live in a vortex of joyous energy. I listen to the beautiful music of my life and dance to my soul's sweet song. So look at that. Circle of eternal joy. Surround yourself with that circle of eternal joy. So what I'm going to do now is pull a surrender card. What is it that we can all surrender at this time? Make room for new energies to come in. All right, so we are getting surrender to setting limits. Surrender to setting limits. So the message here is it is healthy to set boundaries in your relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. So once again, it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. All right. So look at that. And next, a healing message. What is it that we need to hear around healing? So we are getting, you have already arrived. If you're seeing a little monkey here, a chimpanzee, this is a confirmation for you today. So we've got the number 56 on this card. Some of you might be seeing the number 56s around you. This is coming as a confirmation. You have already arrived. What you desire is available to you now. Celebrate the beauty of this moment. So once again, what you desire is available to you now. Celebrate the beauty of this moment. We've got an affirmation here as well, which is, I celebrate how far I've come. I celebrate how far I've come. All right, and next, a blocked energy card. What is it that could be blocking us and how can we release it? So we are getting for you abusing power. Okay, so there may be a block of abusing power. We've got a spider on this card, so maybe there's some fear of spiders. Some of you might be seeing spiders. This is coming in. Using gifts as a mean of manipulation, power, or some selfish personal benefit. Using your powers. This is you abusing your own powers. So you need to find your real power here. Okay, this is how you unblock this energy. Be aware of your feelings of power. If you remain aware of these feelings and its circumstances, you will not be entrapped by myths that power is money, fame, social class, or some fancy title. All right, so once again, be aware of your feelings of power. If you remain aware of these feelings and its circumstances, you will not be entrapped by myths that power is money, fame, social class, or some fancy title. Okay, so look at that. And now this is where I ask you to pause the video, take a deep breath, connect to spirit, and then come back to receive these messages. I'm going to pull 3 cards out of this deck here, everyone. See what it is that spirit wants to share with you. So first card, first message, if you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. So once again, if you need to break the rules, do it with conviction to make a difference. All right. So your second message here is there's a path you're meant to be on. Trust it. There's a path that you're meant to be on. Trust it. And they're showing me someone putting that boulder down and unlocking the key again. So they're really wanting you to drop that weight, whatever weight you're holding here. Your third message is be careful who and what you surround yourself with. Be careful of who and what you surround yourselves with. Very, very important. They're really wanting you to maybe write this down on a sticky note and carry it around with you. Okay, so let's pull 2 angel numbers now. See what it is that spirit wants to share through these messages. Some of you might be seeing 222. You're in alignment. This is what these numbers mean. There's a union and alignment of energies. I've got parallel realities that are joining. So the message here is, how do you move forward towards your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest, and if it's piqued follow your interest if it's piqued by something. Okay, following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. It's all about following things that actually give you joy and excitement, that you enjoy doing. That's what you're meant to follow. If you don't feel good doing something, don't do it. Find something else that brings you joy and happiness. So we have some keywords here: connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromises, commitment, and trust. All right, so these are the keywords. Some of you might be resonating with them. And your second angel number is 9999, learning lessons. All right, some of you are learning lessons or lessons learned. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the power of heaven has your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. So look at that. So once again, take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. Okay? And the keywords here is culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. Okay? So this is your reading. This is your message. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.